Hey everyone, finally found a table to play at. It's just a game, Fjords game actually, against a handful of fairly strong players. So it's not an arena game or anything like that, but it is just a ranked game played on fast speed. Fjords map landscapes are on. Super long wait in the arena queue. So, but was able to find some people to play with. So I'll just jump into this. I'm in first seat, so I gotta think through this pretty quickly. Got all the scoring tiles in. We're missing 6 coins and a priest and temp ship. The temp ship kind of limits expansion a little bit earlier on. Means people are gonna have to pay to upgrade shipping, but there's also kind of not a lack of coins. It's actually pretty decent coin wise. There's some temple event here. This obviously is a huge injection of coins into the later part of the game. We are missing the 6 coin tile. Spades in, and there's early earth spades. That's kind of nice. So there's lots of spades in the game. Seems like a decently high scoring track. We've got round 4 digs, trading posts, dwellings, which is all pretty natural stuff to build. And then we've got 4 points past tiles. So definitely playing something on the economic side is looks good here. In first seat, I want a faction that can take advantage of one of these past tiles. So spade or big building probably goes first. Looks like first seed is basically getting cult coins. I think I'm interested in throwing in chaos here and just seeing what happens. Yeah. The slightly attractive thing about chaos here, and it might just be a very tiny thing, but if they get call coins in first seat, if they temple for Earth 1 and Earth 2, they can use the bump here to catch this spade. It's just something I like to look at, like when you're picking a faction, is like finding a faction that is okay with whatever pass tile they're up to get in first seat. And obviously, if for some strange reason they got any of the other pass tiles, they'd be super happy. But I doubt that would happen. Yeah. Just posting on my Discord that I'm streaming, just to let people know. Cool. Okay. So what's happened here? So we've got Chaos Dwarves, Halflings, and Alchemists. That's an interesting color wheel. I think Dwarves are probably pretty good here. Doesn't really feel like the auction's going to go that long. Maybe that's incorrect. Dwarves have a color neighbor, but it's Chaos, who takes a little while to expand. Dwarves are generally good on this map. They start with a decent pass tile. They've got some good Earth rewards. Earth 2 right away would just give them like a cult spade, which looks really good. They could temple again in the next round for like water 1. Maybe play a little bit more culty. I mean, they could skip this event altogether, but So Zevok's jumping right into Alchemists. I mean, this is kind of a good track for them. Round 4 digs. Yeah, I probably should figure out how to play Alchemists a little bit better on this map. Yeah. I'll jump over to Alki for a bit. This actually looks really good for them. Alchemists expand on 3 ship on this map pretty easily. So it's almost in some regards like a little more similar to how base map is played. I think what you want to do is get to 3 ship, and then basically from either of these hexes, you can get like here, E10, A10, C5, A6. So all of this stuff is like 3 ship. which you usually can't do in round 1, but you can sort of do it by round 2 or maybe 3. Maybe you can advance your digs here. I don't really know how much better alchemists are than dwarves, or even if they are. I don't know. And then, so what's the 30 faction? Chaos? Chaos are like the only main cult faction here. Dwarves are kind of culty. So Chaos will probably just have like a fairly easy time on cults. Chaos are effectively like an economic faction, and it's like a very high score track and lots of pass tiles in. So Chaos seems decent. Halflings are like not... Brown isn't particularly strong in this map. It's kind of tricky, but I mean, it's a round 4 dig game. I'm not super sure how I would play dwarves here. I guess the question for me is like, where do people start? I should start thinking about this, and who's getting double dig. I assume alchemists here will probably just take the spade. Halflings might take the workers, but they probably just take worker power. Which means dwarves can either have 2 workers, which is a free tunnel, or they can take cult coins. Brown usually starts on one of these hexes, E6 or E9, and then the question is like, do they start on E4? They can sort of go both of these hexes, or like one of them in this. Chaos probably wants to start on D3 or E5, but they also want a neighbor. So it's kind of tricky for them. Yeah, I think I go to Alchemist. I don't want to let Alchemists go for super cheap. The thing about Alchemists is it's not... Yeah, I'm just not as experienced on this map with Alchemists. The question is like, how do I play this as Alchemists? I think you probably start G5. Like, there isn't as much pressure on the blue hexes. So you can probably start here and dig this. I think you probably start here. And the question is, if you want to do this 3 ship stuff, you just need to be able to get up to 3 ship before Halflings takes one of these hexes. You probably just open with a temple. I think I go another tick on dwarves, and then I probably am okay just jumping over to chaos or something. I don't think this is going to go too much longer. G8 is a much, and then the other depends. Right. I've seen some people do G8, C5. I've seen people do that with Darklings, actually, as well. Yeah. Actually, G8, C5 could work here. You'd basically be giving a neighbor to chaos. You'd almost certainly get chaos here. Someone probably takes double dig. I think dwarves, if they can get double dig, probably do, in which case you pretty much just rush Earth 1. And then maybe, I don't really know, take a priest. The fear of Chaos Magician here is that alchemists and dwarves can kill D3. Well, I think you would start on D3. Oh, I see, that they would just start around you and you'd have to like... Yeah, I guess so. Who's better here, halflings or chaos? I think chaos are better. I'm certainly more comfortable playing chaos. It could be tricky because you can't start on h3 because dwarves are here. There's really nowhere to go. So your options are like e5 or d3. And this is just not going to have a neighbor. So you have to hope that you get alchemists or dwarves or halflings on one of these hexes, which you probably do. Dwarves, dwarves. It's super not clear where the leech party is. Maybe halflings start here, and then this is just where the leech party is. Dwarves get double dig. I think I do another tick on dwarves. See, I'm nervous to jump over to chaos, but I kind of want to play them. Totally right, though. This could be kind of scary for chaos. Yeah, George, I'm trying to figure that out. It's like... I mean, I think dwarves probably just start e8, g4. That's probably the most consistent thing here. Which rules out an h3 start for chaos, which isn't a common place for them to start, but it is sort of one of three common options I see. So then the question is, chaos like has to start e5 or d3, and with dwarves here and here, they don't have a neighbor with dwarves. This isn't going to have a neighbor with anyone. At least not until someone like dwarves tunnel or something like. But yeah, this is so. I think here you have to start d3, or d3 is really your only chance of getting a neighbor. An alchemist might start in c5. They might go c5, g8. Halflings might start e6. If halflings don't start e6, then at least you can probably take e7, and this is a nice stretch. If they do start here, then you need to like dig this stuff before dwarves do. c5 and g8. C probably would do that and just give this up. Alright, we're doing it. Zevok might just take halflings here, I don't know. AJ's not a fan of this spicy move. All right. I mean, the other starting spot for Chaos that can work on this map is D6, if you have a neighbor over there. And you can do like this kind of town stuff. It's pretty gross, but... Alright, that's not good. So if Zevok doesn't start E6, things are not super great. He probably does. This isn't really that great of a starting spot. Okay. So what I would love to do is take this from Zevok. Although there's have to be an Earth 1 Rash here. At least for Alchemists. I think Chaos here went Earth 1. I think Dwarves and Halflings don't care a ton, and they would just rather the double dig. And in first seat, I can actually afford to take single spade. Yeah, just go D3. And probably still get Earth 1. So I'm basically not getting any leech, because they're all just going to upgrade here. And there's no way I can start there. Okay, fair enough. We'll just do this. It's not super great. Everyone thinks everyone thinks I'm being a maniac. Oh, AJ thought that Dwarves would start C6. Fair enough. I think this is okay for me. I think I get this stuff. I think Dwarves are in a good place for me. Them starting here makes E7 a lot less interesting. D2 isn't under any threat by anyone. I mean, Dwarves need to, like, tunnel. Like, Dwarves would need to tunnel here. It's like 2 tunnels to this. Dwarves could tunnel to E5, and that would be annoying. So I think what I want to do is like dig this stuff and get on these hexes. And if I can get this, beat Dwarves to this stuff, it's like we're in good shape. I don't know how good my opening is going to be because I don't think I'm getting much leech. I'll get a little power when I go up. Like I'll get enough power for a power action just by taking my first favors, which I think are just Earth 1 and Earth 2. Because they come with a Cult Spade, assuming Dwarves take this pass tile. And leave me with Cult Coins. Earth 1 and Earth 2 come with a Cult Spade. Yeah, so I just take this. I mean, yeah, I just take the coins. And I doubt anyone gives me any leech. I might get some leech from a double dig. Actually, which would be kind of cool. But I think Halflings can afford to just upgrade to get more leech. AJ is saying, part of my worry with Chaos Magicians is if Halfling goes to E8, no, E9, and Dwarves to E8, or Halflings to G7, you could be stranded. Yes. And it looks like I'm getting some leech here. I assume this is just E7. But probably builds H5 first. Yeah. I would love to take like air 2 or something to give me a bit more power, but the spade is just too good. So I think what I do this turn is basically just take Earth 1, Earth 2, use a cult step. I'll get 2 power from halflings, and they build on E7. I'll get a cult spade, which can go on C6. Next round, I want to build another temple, which is kind of awkward because I don't have a neighbor here. Yeah. Any thought to grab the priest here? Maybe? I don't really see what the priest does for me. I mean, a priest is getting a priest to an early cult is always good. First priest to earth makes a good bit of sense. I guess it means that I could open air 2. I don't even have to open earth 1. I could literally just send a priest to earth. Use my cult step to get the cult spade. Be right back in just 1 second. All right, I'm back, and I just realized the thing that might make a good bit of sense is why not just open a sanctuary? Doesn't hit the track here. But a second temple is tricky because I would need a neighbor. I would need to like cult spade D2 and then single spade and build a dwelling in a temple, which is like, just doesn't seem feasible. But I think what I can do is here, I will just temple for Earth 1 and Earth 2. If the workers come back to me, then I just take the workers, and I have enough coins, because I have the call coins. So I just do this. I think that makes the most sense. And then I can just try to pass on to the big building at some point to score off of a sanctuary. So I think that's the answer to your question, Tharndal, is no, I want the workers. So I think I just take workers here and just open sanctuary. And then I cult spade C6 and hopefully dwarves don't go after it. I mean, they could just retaliate, but I think they just build a temple here. They probably take Earth 2. So I actually want to build this now so I get even more leech. I am actually getting a good bit of leech here. This is interesting. If I can cult spade C6 and dwarves don't just like take double dig and like take it back, then I think I'm okay, because this I can town up here at the very least, or this stuff. Then I think we're in okay shape. I think this is just Earth 1 probably from Alchemists. Yeah, That's fine. Okay, so I think I do just do this. And I think it's just fire 1, earth 2, or air 2. I think this just makes a bunch of sense. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I do use my cult step here. I can probably even send a priest off next turn because I don't think I'll be shipping. I think what I'd like to do is just like, I mean, the dream is to get 2 dwellings down here and here. What did he do? Oh, he took coins. That's interesting. Halflings are taking a priest. Oh, halflings are going priest to earth, I guess. And earth 2? I don't know. So I'm... Oh, no, I'm not passing first. Thank goodness I don't want any of these pastels. It's always rough when you have to pass into round 2 onto one of the like points pass tiles. That's just like basically a couple coins or a worker. So I just use this on earth. If I can get any of these, I'm pretty happy. I think dwarves just have to pass here. And I don't think halflings pass. Which means alchemists probably take the big building bonus, which means I'm getting a spade going into round 2. That seems pretty strong. It's a little awkward in terms of where to actually use the spade. Actually. Yeah, the spade's actually going to be kind of awkward. I guess I'll just upgrade ship. I mean, I'll take the spade and I'll figure it out. I don't know. Do something with it. Yeah, bridge north. Yeah, something. I mean, it's a spade. I'm not going to complain too much. Because I don't have enough workers to hard dig. So, 5, 6, yeah, I can take this. So how this goes terribly wrong. Dwarves are in front of me. I cult spade this. They take double dig first action and do like d5 or something, and then tunnel and dig c6, which at that point will be a red hex. If they do that, then I'm kind of screwed, because I can't even spade d2 and decline and then take single spade, and you can't add a bonus spade and a single spade together in the same action. So there's no safe way for me to turn d2 to like gray using act 5. Yeah, it's just ugly. That's how this goes bad, is if dwarves take c6 back from me, because I don't have enough workers to like hard dig with this bonus spade to take this. But there's not a ton to do. Not much to be done about that. I mean, it's objectively not that great for Zulu to take this. But I think they might want f3. It's pretty good. Or these hexes are pretty nice. Landscapes are on, yep. So he does take that. Fell in the earth 1 trap. Yeah. I don't think Earth 1 was a trap here for Alchemists. I guess maybe this hex is really important for dwarves. I guess so, yeah, because it's like their connection. Well, no, it's not. They can just connect here. I don't know. I guess it's good for them. It's probably an example of sort of like being kind of blocky at no real cost to them. Yeah. Anyhow, I think what I need to do is with my power take workers so I can bonus spade and hard dig D2. I think that's what I have to do here. It's really not very ideal, but it's okay. Yeah, because I can't, you can't combine these. No, okay. So I just take workers here, because this will allow me to hard dig and get out a dwelling. And dwarves can't take D2 from me. Yeah. I think this makes sense, sort of. I'd then probably consider... Oh no, I don't priest to water here. I think what I do here, and this is really expensive, yeah, is I upgrade ship, I spade and hard dig this and build a dwelling, and then with upgraded shipping, I convert 3 power to a worker and get this before dwarves. And then like get over here to this stuff. I think that's super worth it. Also, the priest to water was taken anyhow, so I think that probably makes the most sense. So we just do this. Oh yeah, and this hex means that with 1 shipping I can get here next round. And then I just town with a bridge here later. And this looks good for Alchemists. I haven't been following AJ's game too closely, but he went Temple Earth 1 into Stronghold. He has a priest. He has a priest income and he can buy a priest. So next turn on the dwelling round, he can basically get out like 4 dwellings on all these hexes. With landscapes on though, he might... I don't know if he'll use his landscape to save a priest on shipping, because he'll have to pay 2 workers to upgrade. Yeah, I don't know how that'll work. I don't think he wants to invest 2 workers next round in a dig advance. Yeah. AJ's, yeah, it is good. It is good. Yeah, AJ's a really strong player. He's He's been playing really well over the last like couple of months, I think. I've seen him like in a number of games do some really solid stuff. Oh, I don't know that I saw that with Arundel. It's Tuesday League Dwarves game. What map was that on? Base, yeah. I'll have to check that out. So I think for my next move, I just upgrade ship. I grab e5. I then pass after that. I'll have absolutely no power. So getting spades next turn is apt to be tricky. I'm going to get a bunch of leech at some point. Halflings are going to dig here. Alchemists are going to get to c5. But next turn, I might not have any spades. Take priest to deny. Yeah, that's a good point. The question is there any reason why I might not want my round to be that long? Like, what are halflings up to? They have a cult step, which I guess gives them enough power to burn for a single spade and build this stuff. Is that what they're up to? They build a couple more dwellings. Because I would love, I mean, there's 3 pass tiles that I guess are okay. This would be pretty good. This would be great. I think, are halflings actually going to buy a priest and send it to a cult? I think I'd rather the tempo. I want to pass before halflings. It's a really good idea. It totally is the same as a worker. And you might be right. I'm not actually sure what people are doing, so I can't count their moves. Oh, he's just building another temple. Okay, so I pass before halflings. Halflings are at least building a temple, if not using this cult step. Probably on water, though, so they can catch these bonuses with no more priest investments. What is this temple for? Unless the temple is for water 1? In which case, maybe he does use his bump on earth. Dwarves are going to pass. They probably just take the dwelling bonus. And why wouldn't you? It's a dwelling round. And they need coins. Yeah, like I think this is pretty good for them. So that sort of slows dwarves down a bit. Like, to get D1 from me, they'll have to dig here. They'll need a spade followed by a tunnel. So I think here... Spicy. I imagine I'm just taking the workers here on 4 points. I'm just double checking. I mean, there is a chance I actually get spades next round. With 10 power, I would 7. Huh. Because dwarves don't get spades. And do alchemists really want spades? No, they ship. So if I take worker power... Because otherwise, what am I doing next round? I have 4 workers and 3 coins. I'm just taking this. Zivak probably does take the priest. Nope. Oh, this is really nice. So I need a 2-for-1 leech to double dig. And a place to put a second spade. Problem is I don't actually have a ton of coins either. So if I double dig, I don't really know where my second... I guess I could just dig this. I don't really know. Hard dig gets me 3 dwellings, yeah. I think I'd rather a coins action, to be honest. Like, I think a coins action, a priest of fire, and getting dwellings on D1, C3, and B5 seems totally fine. I think that's way better. And I don't think this is a coins action from Dwarves. I think he probably sends a priest somewhere and wants double dig. I think that's what I would do if I were Dwarves here, is just try to dig and not tunnel a bunch. Just like send a priest somewhere, and then like dig this and this or something, and then just build like 4 dwellings this turn without tunneling. Yeah. I think I go priest of fire here and wait for coins to come back to me. I need to have some cult presence. I also need power for a bridge at some point. So that was his bonus card, yeah. Looks good. Assume this is just a ship advance. Yep. Makes sense. So I'll just grab the coins. I think the coins make a lot more sense, coins in a hard dig. It's just better economically for me, especially in like a dwelling round. We're gonna have tons of workers next round. Don't think the order of this stuff super matters. So let's build a dwelling here. Build one on C3. Call it a day. Next considerations are I need a bridge. And I don't want to lose out on water 1. I always figure as chaos, you just... Rainier says the same thing. Like, you just get so many favors that it makes sense just to have all those scoring favors. So next round, while everyone else is digging, I think I will try to build a temple. So I want a temple here and a bridge. And then I'll either do an expensive TP or just another dwelling here. And this will be a town. So I think here I just pass with the dwelling bonus, and that looks pretty good. Yeah. I think this seems good. Pass with this dwelling scoring bonus. Next round is trading posts, like the round after next. So like at most one of my structures will no longer be dwelling, but the rest will. Like I think this is probably 4 points and 2 coins. I don't town up next round. I'll town up the next round, round 5. But I think if I can send a priest to Earth, yeah, it's hard to say if I'll be able to win Earth or it. Yeah, Halflings are playing a good call game. I think for Halflings, they probably just build a trading post in round 5 and take the 2 key town and lock both of these up. So. Things are going okay, but certainly not an explosive chaos game. Sanctuary 5 dwellings by end of round 3. Cults are kind of getting attacked hard by non-culty factions. That's nice. Yeah, I'll take that. He's probably giving me another free leech here, which is quite nice. Yep. So I think what I do next turn, if I can, is open next round with another coins action. I'm in second seat. Well, dwarves might want a coins action, actually. Dwarves are one of those factions that often is like more have to prioritize spades and stuff than they are coins. They don't need as many coins as other factions. They don't upgrade shipping. But I think this is probably a coins action. Oh, it is the dig round. Yeah, no, it probably is just double dig. I mean, it's worth 4 points. Just a matter of where. I think you'd want to secure D6. Halflings are going to be upgrading digs this round and can take this stuff. D6 gets them to like these 2 grays. Yeah. It's probably D6 and like maybe F5. Maybe secure connection. Or even H6 with a landscape. And is this a landscape? Doesn't have to be, actually. He can just connect through normal range. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think I just take coins, right? I think I take coins, and then I'll take bridge if it comes back to me. She probably does. Dwarves don't need a bridge. Halflings, yeah, no one else needs a bridge. But probably my next move is trading post on D2. For most factions, I would usually not be too concerned about like a water 1 race. But for chaos, I want it. So I just built a trading post right now. I think so. I think I just do this. Then I'll consider a priest to earth. So I think this is probably just water 1, air 1. Because the other question is, do I want to take a single spade this round if I can? Put it on f4. It is a dig round, so single spade's pretty good. This allows me to town up. Well, no, I'm going to want trading posts here anyhow next round. Or here. So I don't really need... I would like overtown. If I built this as a dwelling, I would town up the moment I bought a bridge and then probably just end up filling these in with trading posts anyhow. I mean, it's kind of fine for chaos. It's not obvious I'll get 2 towns this game, but... The other option is like... Do I take this hex from dwarves with a single spade? Or do I take this hex, which actually allows me to get 2 more dwellings out? Which seems pretty good on the dwelling scoring tile. So I think I do take single spade if I can get it. Building a temple for water 1, air 1 gives me the power for it. But I think I'd rather not give halflings power just yet. So do I do something like send a priest off to Earth for more power? So I don't really know what else AJ is doing this turn. I guess he has 4 more digs to do. So I guess it's a matter of carving out town space, which is always a little tricky on this map. Does he try to like close off halflings here and take this stuff? To like... Okay. Oh, that seems interesting. Because he can take e4, or even maybe f3 to g3 if dwarves are a little slow getting this. Yeah, seems good. So it definitely is a little greedy that I'm not just taking the bridge here. But me taking a single spade and getting out 2 dwellings is two workers and 4 points that I wouldn't otherwise get. And then I'll probably just need to burn for a bridge next round. I mean, dwarves might also take the single spade here. I guess they just got a bunch of power. They might just single spade f3. Well, f8, but yeah. Okay, that's fair. So I think what I do now then is I just I bridge. I think Zivok should probably, yeah, lock that up. There would have been ways that I could have probably tried to steal this round. So it looks like fire's pretty safe for me. It's hard to say whether I'll do first or second on Earth. Zivok only has a single key, so he actually can't close out water. And I'm going to have 2 priest production as of next round, so I'm taking water 1. Like, there might be a way that I steal water from him, oddly, at some point this game, before he gets a second town key. And so a question I have, and I don't really know what the answer is the 2-key town worth it? Assuming there's a cult town next round. Do I take the 2-key town or just the single step 8-pointer? Yeah, so the way it would win me water is I take water 1 this turn, and let's assume I get 1 of these extra spots to water, but I don't get both. So water 1, and then I get a priest to water. A 2-key town gets me to 5. Step 5 puts you in a position to, at some point in the game, and it would be in round 6, temple for water 2 and water 3. So water 1, 2-key town, and a single priest to water means that you might win water in round 6, which is an 8-point swing against halflings. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do this now. I mean, 2-key town also probably does help me fight dwarves here. It probably just gives me 2 points on Earth. I'd sort of have to commit to, like, what I'd really want to do with a 2-key town is win water and use a key, win air and use a key, jump up to spot 8 on Earth, and then like leave fire open on like spot 9 or spot 8. Early, I'm willing to open round 6 with a temple for water 2 and water 3, I think, to stealing it. That would be the earliest I can do it. Like next round, I have to build trading posts, and I also need to build dwellings and stuff. Like I probably should have taken the single spade when I could have, although then I wouldn't probably have towned up next turn. I don't know. My main priority is like I want to build like 3 trading posts and like a couple of dwellings next turn. I can't be building like a temple next round in a TP round. There's also a chance I get on this pass tile. So, to answer your question, am I willing to spend resources early to steal water? I guess no, not early. But the way I look at it is like next round, assume next round I get a priest to water in a 2-key town and I've got a bunch of trading posts up. Round 6 early could just be like a temple to take the water cult. Okay, so he passes probably for the trading post bonus. Which means I could take ship scoring. Oh, he takes a spade. I mean, I just pass here for the trading post bonus. Which means halflings stay in the round for a long time. Alchemists are very happy with a 9-point ship VP tile. And halflings take their sweet time and just pass on to the dwelling scoring. Yeah, AJ's hitting the pass tiles so nicely. Yeah, there's no way I can take water. The way Zvox carved this out, which someone pointed out in chat, like about getting an early town, like you're absolutely right. It's next round's a trading post round. He just builds like 2 trading posts or even 1, and just builds dwellings, like he towns up pretty quickly, plops a priest into water. So I think here I'm just like taking a single step cult town. So I think I just take the single step. I get 4 power, which allows me to leech for pretty cheap. I think this makes a decent amount of sense. I just want that single step town. Right. So halflings took Temple for Water 1, which looks pretty good. So I think sending a priest to water this round makes sense. It's going to be important to beat AJ on water. Sending a couple to air is pretty tempting, because otherwise it just looks like I'm winning a cult in a few second places. But I think the spade's pretty helpful going into a dwelling round. So the question here for me is, what do I do with my power this round? I think the answer is just taking double spade and digging these hexes. And there's a world where I might even carve out a town if I get some leech and get another bridge or something, although it's pretty tricky. Yeah, but if I want to build trading posts this round, like, let's say 2 and 1 is expensive, that's 4 workers. I have 4 workers left, and building 2 trading posts is only going to leave me with 1 dwelling on the board. Yeah, of course. So I just do this. Alchemists aren't close enough to be able to reach E2. No one can. Yeah, this is fine. So I'm just going to double dig. I think this makes a good bit of sense. You just do this. I am going to take 2 for 1s. I'm going to start thinking about 3 for 2s a bit more, but I will take this. What I would love is if I had enough power, which I probably can by sending priests to cults. I can get like 3 power from cults. I'd love to take a bridge, and if AJ dug this, I'd have a neighbor on D1. And then I try to turn this into a town somehow. It's still not very easy, but who knows? I might get neighbors here too at some point. With halflings and alchemists, I think these are all, yeah. So I think what I do here is send a priest to air. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Just one sec. If you get some power, you could bridge now and bridge next round. Doesn't look like there's any bridge pressure. Yeah, it's true. So what happened? Seavok founded a town, took Priest Town. We're waiting for dwarves to go right. And AJ built a dwelling here. Okay, so I secure E2 next. Not that I think AJ is super interested in this X, but I mean, he can hit it, so probably just secure it. So trading posts that I build this turn are worth 5 extra points than they would be next round, because I'm sitting on the trading post pass tile. So it's definitely a priority to build out some trading posts. I can build one here just because I have a neighbor. And I should probably build one somewhere along here if I want this to be part of a town. So again, I'd love it if alchemists like built a dwelling here or here. That would be the dream. But his next move is building a trading post. It is a trading post round and he's out of dwellings. So he's building like a trading post here. Whoa. Okay. That was expensive. I'm just going to build a dwelling. Oh, it's a triple dig. And then AJ will probably just build another trading post here. He may or may not build other dwellings this round. Wish this cult spade could help me build out this town more, but it can't. I'll probably end up just tossing it on C1. It's just like another place to build. I think I build here next. Seems good. Now, every dwelling that I build this round is me paying 2 victory points for a worker, so I want to be cognizant of that. This is incredible. This is so helpful. I'm going to take this leech, I'm going to build a dwelling or a trading post here, and I'm going to, yeah, take the leech, TP up. And bridge. I can take the bridge now. It just means that I will have to burn below 6. Am I getting double dig next round? I don't know. Alchemists and halflings don't want it. So there's at least, there's some chance that at some point in the round I could double dig. So keeping that open is helpful. Now, mind you, this is going to give me 2 power, and I want to send a priest to water for the cult spade and to advance on water so I can get a second here, a cheap second place. So that's actually 3 leech, which is enough to... oh, is he undoing? Yeah. Don't super get what he's up to. But anyhow, if he gives me that leech and I send a priest to water, I think this is enough to take a bridge. Yeah, without burning below 6. But I guess it makes just as much sense for him to town up now. Yeah, I know, it was a tease. I hate to stall, but that's kind of what I feel like I'm doing here. It's just like sending a priest to water to hope that... Like maybe AJ wants to come over here this round. He's willing to, pay 2 victory points for a worker, right, to build a dwelling this round. But he just wanted to secure the priest town first. So if that's the case, I would like to stay in the round a little bit longer. And wait for him to come over there. But if he doesn't come here now, then he probably won't this round. Because there's another argument for AJ that, like, he can just pass now for 2 workers and 8 points. So the only reason I can see him wanting to, like, take this is if he thought halflings would beat him to it. Oh, halflings can build H2 and steal it. That's why. That's so silly. I was imagining like 3 ship and being like, well, Zevok doesn't have the resources to get up 3 ship. Of course, Zevok could have just built H2 and then taken F2. And Alchemist wants to claim this. This is a pretty nice town for Alchemists. So... means my rounds have to be a bit long. But I think what's quite worth it for me is to bridge trading post, trading post. It only gives me 4 worker income going into the next round, which is pretty rough, but it's a lot of points. I think the trading post is slightly more important. And I think I'd rather the free power, so I will build this here. I'm not sure that I want this 3 for 2. Zevok is priests. He can stay in the round for 3 more turns. Maybe I take it. If I take it, then my power looks like 044, which is enough to buy a priest and the bridge. Ugh, I really don't like that a ton. Gives me a bridge and a dwelling. Okay, I gotta do that math. That seems lovely. All right, I'm taking the bridge. Yeah, the bridge is the most important because I'm happy to pass here, actually. Well, yeah, I am. So it's kind of tricky. AJ could mess with the E1. I kind of want to get this dwelling out this round. But if Zevok passes now, I might just stay in the round and then get Alchemist's pass tile when they pass into the dwelling scoring. Because if Halflings pass now, and then I pass onto the dwelling scoring, AJ then has all the, like, he can still do 2 more moves. So he could, in theory, build a dwelling here and then, like, mess with this. And then just pass into the trading post scoring. I kind of want Zevok to stay in the round for 1 more turn and then give up. So what I actually want to do is get out another trading post and a dwelling. This also just gives me another point on Air 1. This trading post, although it makes my economy very goofy, is worth 6 points this round. I just think that's pretty good. So I'm going to do this. think this is kind of perfect for me, because Zevok doesn't have another move. So I'm getting to do all of the things I want to. Whoa. This round felt really good. It felt like a lot of stuff broke my way pretty well. I'm not taking this leech. Nothing to do with it this round. Yeah, thanks, Darndal. So he'll probably just pass for probably call coins, maybe the spade, but I mean, he has upgraded dig, so it's just another worker for him. Yeah. And then I just pass here. So I think I just put it on C1 here. The reason I like A5 is because I can actually, if I was able to cult spade A5 and then build on it, I could then take double dig on C1 and A4. But otherwise, I don't have a place to double dig. And I don't think I will this game. But I think that's too risky. Dwarves might also take double dig here. Oh, he takes workers. Wow. Okay. In order for me to town up here, I can just fire 2 and do it. I think I do, because I don't think I want to build another trading post. I think I'd rather just find a way to, like, I don't know, hard dig down some dwellings or something. Does that even make sense? I mean, I'm not going to get any network points this game, because dwarves are connected. Yeah, the thing is I probably want a temple anyhow, just to lock up some of these cults. Like, I think air 3 looks pretty good, because then I just win air. because the only way for dwarves to win it is by taking air 3. So I could just air 3, and then this is annoying. But I think if I air 3, fire 2. I mean, the other thing that I'd want to do is like, yeah, no, I'm definitely just going, I'm just doing this. This makes sense. Oh, I'm going to need to undo. That's really annoying because I didn't convert enough power. I think I just want to take the 11-pointer. So I've towned up. Yeah, makes sense. Zevok has the same cults as me pretty much. It looks like I'll probably get away with 8, 8, maybe 4, 4, but it's actually hard to say, probably. Zevok is 8, 8, 4, 2. So we'll say I have 8, 8, 4, 2. So we have the same cults. He will have, once he upgrades shipping a second time, maybe not that many network points, and he doesn't have a pass tile. Oh, but I only have the dwelling scoring. Yikes. Which is actually tricky. Getting on to some other hexes would be really, really good right now. They're worth 3 points for me. And I can take a double spade. But there's no really good spot to double dig that gets me anywhere. So I can upgrade ship twice, but I just feel like there's digging factions. So like they'll allow me to waste my priest and coins on a ship advance, and then the moment I do it a second time, they'll take this. And then, yeah, damn. So I'm not super sure what I'm doing here. I'm just going to secure this hex. I might need to double dig a hex. Ugh. I think I'm just going to do this. I don't know. Yeah, I do have to defend. Yep, for sure. I mean, there's a good chance I have to defend both fire and... Yeah, like I actually have to lock up Oh, whoa. Alki's Town's getting messed with. Not that I think a temple for Air 2 is good for dwarves, but I don't know if Zulu might actually want to take it. So like these cults are actually pretty important to me. So I think what I actually do is I think I need to use both my priests here, is what I'm saying. Oh, Alchemist can do this. We'll see if Halflings just continue to try to wreck this. I guess they can't. They don't have any structures left. Oh, whoa. This town is getting messed with. So as weird as this is, I think what I'm doing right now is just double digging a single hex. It's spending 9 resources for 5 points. And then I'm just probably getting third places on these. Sorry, I'm just using Spotlight to do some math. So looks like that's probably my cults. 0 on network. If I get 1 more dwelling out, I will pass for 5. And then 3 are 1 points. And then like 3 resource points. Yeah, it's not great. So I haven't really been following AJ's game too closely towards the end, but AJ mentioned something about this town being knocked out. So I haven't counted as workers, but like... Oh, because he needs to triple dig dwelling, temple for fire 2 to town up. And that's 4, 6 workers. He has that, doesn't he? Needed to build SH for the driller, yeah. I don't see why this town is killed. Someone help me out here. This is 3 digs and a dwelling, right? He's fully upgraded. So it's 4 workers. And then he just needs a temple for fire 2. Which is 7 coins, which he has, and 5 workers, which he has. Plus, he has 3 power. Plus dig power, that's 9 power. Yeah, I don't think his town's knocked out, is it? Oh, and he can just... Yeah. I don't know. So 137, who does that beat here? Anyone? I mean, it beats dwarves, I presume. Alchemists have 115, 18 network. They pass with 8. They have air 1. gosh, this is disgusting. They pass with air 1. If they fire 2, they have 2 call points and then a town, which is like, I don't know. Coin town is 8 points for them, I think, when they convert it back. Okay, so I'm getting crushed by alchemists. And Zebok, I assume, is doing well. 16, 17, 20. He has like 22 call points. I guess he probably gets second network. He doesn't pass for anything. He doesn't have air 1. Yeah. So I'm miles behind both Zebok and AJ here. Or miles behind, I meant to say. So as weird as this is, I think I just double dig for a single hex. Choosing 3 resource points for 5 to get 5 points. I think AJ's got that many points. I mean, he passes for, well, I don't know if he actually built this last trading post. He probably does, right? Because it's worth 4 points. No, it's worth 6 points to do it, and it costs him 3. So I think he does 3 more coin conversions and then builds a trading post for 3 points, and then passes for 8 and 4, and then gets 18 network. So he's 151 plus cults, which I think is 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I really have nothing else to do, so I'm just passing here with a bunch of resources left. It's kind of weird, but... Loss is C6. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't undervalue how much of a setback that might have been early game, because Terra Mystica is so snowbally that, like, you know, it's just 1 hex. But like, if that happens late game, it's not as big of a deal. But yeah, that was like a whole cult spade that I lost, and then I had to do that weird like hard dig worker thing, so I took workers to hard dig. Yeah, that's a lot of... Yeah, it slowed me down quite a bit. Yeah, for sure. And then just like the digging factions were also kind of annoying, right? Because like I never expanded ship to reach A9. Yeah. It was some interesting early call plays with Zebok as halflings here. I'll have to go back and look at the early part of his game. It was very it was interesting for sure. So he templed for Earth 2 into Water 2, and then sent priests to Water and Earth, and like locked those up. 1-2 cults without ever taking a cult town. Like his towns were 8 and 9, but he still secured 2 towns, or 2 cults. Securing 2 cults with 2 high VP towns is always really nice. But yeah, it was hard to, like I was never going to get that many network points. I guess maybe there was a world where if I had played differently and expanded better, I might have been able to compete with dwarves or halflings for some network points. But this early dig really set me back a little bit in terms of expansion. And then Zebok kind of playing the cults kind of hard. Like, even me locking these up was kind of annoying late game to, like, use my priests to do it. So, anyhow, I had to, like, work hard for these cult points. So expansion was kind of rough, so no, you know, made it difficult to score much on network. The cult battle was kind of harder than I thought it might have been with Chaos here. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that Zebok, if he is or not. He might be. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't played against Zevok that much. Maybe just like I don't know, game or so. Yeah, Water 2 is definitely interesting. I'm eager to sort of see the points breakdown here. Let me take a look here. Oh, no, that was the right tab. It's a pretty long game. Yikes, only 127 points scored. Not hardly anything on upgrading technology. One ship advance, but that's it. Did okay on cult at the end. Had to work for it. Nothing on network. Yeah, and just didn't hit the track that well. I guess, you know, it was a digging game, and so, but it's amazing. I didn't even hit the track as well as Dwarves did. What did we have? Town into temple. I guess I didn't hit the temple round. This I hit quite a bit. Oh, I didn't even get the single spade here. Yeah, that was kind of rough. Right, so I didn't really hit the track very well. I got quite a few dwellings out in this round, I think. 3 or 4. And then this was a great round. And this I only got out 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I didn't really hit the track very well. Favorite tiles were good as expected. Pass points were pretty solid, for sure. And then got some decently high VP towns. I guess that was a cult town, an 11-pointer. Where did Zevok get all his points? So he hit the track really well, which makes sense. Both the digging factions did. He didn't get that many favorite tile points, which makes sense. Because he had water 1, but he didn't have air 1 or earth 1. And he also didn't hit that many pass points. But he did slightly better on cults. Oh, upgraded his technology and his shipping, yeah. Or his digs and his shipping. And then got network points as well. Yeah, very interesting. Cool. Yeah, everyone's loving Water 2 here. Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks so much, everyone. I was happy that I streamed earlier today. Some of you guys might have been on it and had an arena game that went in about, I don't know, an hour and a half in, and then someone quit, so that was kind of annoying. So I was happy to get a game with some really strong players and do it on stream here. So thanks for hanging out and yeah, just being active in chat and stuff like that. The arena season's wrapping up pretty soon. I guess there's today and tomorrow left, and then I guess on Tuesday it switches over to base map, no landscapes. That should be fun. I do intend on streaming quite a few arena games in the next season. So stay tuned for that. And then I will be resuming with some all-player commentary stuff as of next week on Friday, I believe. Yeah, so thanks everyone. Thanks Ghostly, Clarendale, George, Heroic, everyone else. Appreciate hanging out. I hope you all have a good rest of your Sunday. Bye for now.